Hello everybody. Today we're working on the Scout, as you can see. Today we're going to be installing the digital guard dog keyless ignition system. This is going to allow me to have a key fob for the Scout, and so I don't have to use the key to start the bike anymore. I can't tell you how many times I've walked away with the key still in the ignition in the bike. I don't know what it is, why I always forget about it. Now we're not gonna have to worry about that anymore once this is all installed. This should be fairly straightforward. I did also end up getting the GPS tracker as well as the starter lockout. But we're gonna save that for another video because I have to splice and connect these wires, and I've never done that before. And so with anything electrical, I'm gonna do a little bit more research before we jump into that. But this, for the most part, is plug and play, so we're gonna go ahead and deal with that first. I've already started a little bit. I've already removed the headlight, obviously removed the seat and the tank. So this is all stuff that you're probably going to want to do if you're also doing this. If you don't know how to remove your tank from the Scout, click up here. There's a little shorts video I made that'll very quickly show how easy it is to remove the tank. But with that, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is go ahead and get this cap off. All right, so this is the key. So what we need to do is get to the back. So we need to get to this switch. So I think I need to take off this one as well. Three. Okay, so we're just undoing this switch. Let's unplug that. So now this is no longer connected. And what we can do now is grab our guard dog. Oh, we need the adapter. Let's get the adapter. And let's go ahead and plug in this one. There we go. All right, let's cut this zip tie. Go. So we don't get too much movement with this. So what we can do is route this all back up here. Leave it where it was. That way we have easy access to it next time. So what I'm thinking of doing is having the system sit right here. That's mainly because I don't know where else I could put it without it really being, one, exposed, and two close to the engine. So I'm gonna try it here and see where that gets us. And I have this wire wrapped up. This is for the accessory switch, which I do not have. So I'm just gonna leave that wrapped and not worry about it. So these two are gonna go, this is gonna go to the headlight. So let's feed that through there. This will go in right here. So we'll just snip that in. And we'll worry about cable management once we're all said and done. This is going to feed up into the headlamp. So we are going to have to figure out a way to squeeze this guy in. There we go. And now this one, there's a 6-pin plug. It's the only 6-pin, so it's the only one that'll fit. Makes it super simple. And then you just plug in straight like that. Straight like that, super simple. And this one, go in here, just like that. Now that's all done. Push that all back in. And now, only thing left we gotta do is put this onto the negative. I've already taken up the fuse box. So let's move that out of the way. Oh, and by the way, this fork did not come crimped onto the wire. So that is another thing you'll have to get, is something to crimp the wires. Slide that under there. Screw that back down. All right, now let's do some cable management. So you put the gas tank back on, like this one. Okay. So that's the install. Very quick and easy. Plug into the ignition. Plug into one of the cables that'll connect it to the starter, and then connect it to the negative. Now let's go ahead and test it. So I have the keys here now, so now go ahead and test it to make sure that everything's plugged in right. I put the headlight back in just to make sure that we have an obvious sign that the bike is working. So we flip it to the on switch, see nothing is happening. Push it once, and there we go. We have light, the bike is now on. And theoretically, if I push the start button, obviously without the gas tank and everything else, it's gonna have a hard time starting, but the bike is on. So with that, let's go ahead and get the gas tank, let's get the seat back on, let's get everything else back on the bike and test it out and make sure it works. All right, now that we have the gas tank reinstalled, get everything plugged in again, let's just check to make sure that the bike starts up. So we can see on switch, nothing turns on. Right now we're in manual mode. Here everything starts up. And if we push the start button, fingers crossed, it should work. We did it. All right, so now the only thing left to do is to change this into manual mode. And the way we can do that is to press and hold a button until it goes out. Press the button 2 times quick. The LED will flash either 2 or 5 times, indicating what mode you change to. So we want it to push and hold this. All right, we are now in automatic mode. So that means, since we're pretty close by, if we flip the switch, theoretically, the bike should turn on. There we go. All right, everybody, that is the Digital Guard Dawg keyless ignition system. Overall, very simple, plug and play. You know, honestly, it couldn't really be too much easier. Really, the hardest part is getting the gas tank off. That's really not too bad. So the only thing left I got to do is to just put this back on, get some heat shrink, and you know, do a little bit more cable management there. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And now I don't have to worry about forgetting my keys in the ignition and walking off. I can just leave this in my pocket and have more peace of mind, be good to go. The next step for this is going to be, again, figuring out how to connect the GPS and where to put the GPS and the starter lockout. So I got to splice a couple of wires and do all that, but I'll figure it out. It's a good learning project. So, you know, that's the beauty of the bike. You get to learn, get to work on it, get to figure things out. So as always, everybody, that's going to wrap it up. Be brave, do good, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.